You know, when something hurts, our first instinct, and the first question a doctor usually asks, is always where. But what if the most important question isn't where, but why? Today, we're going to explore a whole-person approach to chronic pain that goes way beyond just the location of the ache to find its true source.
So let's kick things off with the big question. Is chronic pain purely a physical problem? Or could it be a signal from our body about something much, much deeper that conventional treatments often miss?
First up, let's dive into the way most of us are used to dealing with pain, what we'd call the conventional approach. It's really all about mapping the body to find the exact location of the problem.
I mean, this is it, right? This is the question that starts almost every single doctor's visit. The whole goal is to pinpoint the pain, to create a kind of map of discomfort, and that map ends up dictating the entire treatment plan. Yeah, we've all seen a form just like this. You circle a number, you shade in a little diagram, the body becomes this map, and treatments like injections or physical therapy are sent directly to that one spot. But here's the critical question. What if that map is missing the most important details? What if it shows us what hurts, but completely ignores why it hurts in the first place? Okay, so if just mapping the pain isn't enough, what's the alternative? Well, it involves a much deeper kind of investigation, one that looks at the whole person, not just the part that's screaming for attention.
And just look at the contrast here. It's night and day. Conventional questions are all about location, but the holistic approach, it asks about your history. The question literally shifts from where does it hurt to what happened to you. And that simple change moves the focus from a symptom to a person's entire story.
This is a really key insight from licensed acupuncturist Yulia Zhirnov. She argues that this conventional focus on the physical often completely misses crucial emotional factors like stress, anxiety, or PTSD. And as we're about to see, these aren't just side notes. They can actually be the very root of the pain. Let's look at a case study that makes this crystal clear. Okay, so a patient comes in with chronic shoulder pain. It all started after a car accident 3 years ago. On the surface, it seems pretty straightforward.
But it wasn't. The patient did everything they were told. Physical therapy helped for a little while, but then they hit a wall. Progress just stalled. The pain would not budge. They even got an MRI, which found no clear physical reason for the pain. And for so many people, this is a frustratingly common dead end.
But a holistic intake revealed a completely different story. The real issues weren't in the shoulder tissue itself. They were PTSD from the accident and a nervous system stuck on high alert. This led to something called neurological bracing. Basically, the body was unconsciously clenching the muscles around the shoulder to protect it, years after the threat was gone. The pain wasn't in the tissue anymore, it was a memory held by the nervous system.
A discovery like this changes everything, because if you're treating the wrong root cause, you will never solve the problem. This is all about prioritizing the cause of the pain over the category of the pain.
And this reveals a really fundamental difference in approach. Western medicine tends to categorize pain by its physical mechanism. Is it tissue damage or nerve damage? In contrast, a holistic approach like Chinese medicine often categorizes it by its origin story. Is the root emotional, traumatic? It's a huge distinction that leads to completely different treatment paths.
Now you might be wondering, okay, where's the hard data for this? Well, let's look at a number, 20,827. That's how many patients were included in the single largest and most rigorous scientific review ever conducted on acupuncture for chronic pain.
The results of that massive study, known as the Vickers analysis, were totally conclusive. It found that real acupuncture was significantly more effective for chronic pain than both sham treatments and no treatment at all. This is not a fringe idea, it's a conclusion backed by a mountain of high-quality data.
And what's even more compelling is that the effects were durable. A full year after treatment, patients had retained about 85% of the pain relief. This strongly suggests we're not talking about a temporary placebo effect, but actual lasting physiological changes in the body.
So what does this treatment actually look like? It's not about finding one magic bullet. It's about deploying a whole toolkit of therapies in a layered, multi-vector attack on the pain.
In a practice like Yulia Zhirnov's, several tools are used together. Acupuncture works systemically to calm and regulate the nervous system. Cupping targets the local tissue, releasing adhesions and improving blood flow. Herbal medicine provides continuous biochemical support between sessions, and topicals can offer immediate relief for those flare-ups. Each tool does a different job.
Think of it this way. You wouldn't fight a house fire with just a bucket of water. You need a coordinated strategy. Chronic pain is like a complex fire in the body, and it demands the same kind of comprehensive, multi-vector approach to truly extinguishing.
This brings us to our final and maybe our most profound idea. Healing isn't just about fixing something that's broken. It's an act of excavation. It's about understanding what the body remembers.
And this isn't a metaphor. This is a clinical premise. The idea is that our history, our surgeries, our accidents, our grief doesn't just disappear. It can live on in our tissues as chronic tension, as altered nerve signals, as patterns of holding that we're not even aware of.
Here's the crucial takeaway. Chronic pain is rarely a single problem. It's an accumulation. It's layers of physical injuries and emotional weight that build up over a lifetime, like geological strata. This means the pain you feel today might be an echo of something that happened decades ago.
And that leaves us with a final, powerful question to consider, not just for others, but for ourselves. Instead of just asking, where does it hurt? Maybe the more important question is, what is your body asking you to release? Thinking about pain this way doesn't just change the treatment, it changes our entire relationship with our bodies.
I stopped trying to find a doctor who would listen, and I did this instead. For years, I was doing everything right. Eating clean, exercising, getting 8 hours of sleep, but I was still exhausted. I had constant brain fog, and my hormones felt completely out of whack. Every doctor told me my labs were normal, and it was probably just stress. I was about to give up until I found Holistic Health. It's a free AI wellness tool trained by functional medicine experts. I spent 5 minutes answering questions about everything: my symptoms, my sleep, my digestion, and it built me this. And this was the light bulb moment. It didn't just give me a list of problems, it connected the dots. It showed me how my gut health was likely impacting my hormones and how that was causing the fatigue and the brain fog. It even gave me a clear list of potential root causes, supplements to research, and even the specific lab tests to ask for. Its tip is secure. Over 77,000 people have used it, and it's 100% free to get your blueprint. If you feel like you're not being heard, start here. Understand your body first and then decide your next step.